Hi, internet people. So, Scream Queens is getting very close to the end. Apparently, there are now only 2 episodes left after this week's episode, which I didn't know. Are we getting a hiatus, or is it just gonna finish out December and then be done? I thought it was going on hiatus, but I guess not if there's only 2 episodes left. We shall see. That would be interesting, because that would mean that there were breaks for this one, but that would mean that it would end in 2016 instead of finishing out in 2017. Anyway, to the plot of this episode. Alrighty. This episode had a lot of relationship stuff going on. Zadie was dealing with the fact that Chamberlain has a huge crush on her and wants to talk to her all the time and messages her and texts her and tweets her and does all this stuff. And then Chanel and Dr. Brock, John Stamos, yes, no, I literally can't ever remember his character's name. I don't know. They're having relationship issues because she's constantly on her phone and doesn't really know anything about him, and he tries to have conversation, but then he starts thinking about Dean Munch even while they're having sex. And then Wes comes back from the first season of Scream Queens, and he and the Dean are back together, and he had a Bazour, and yeah, Bazours are they also have them in Harry Potter, just FYI. Typical Bazours are giant mounds of hair. His is pretty impressive. But they get back together after his surgery, but then John Stamos' character and the Dean are talking about how he's having issues with Chanel and he still sort of wants to be with the Dean, but then he doesn't. Yeah. Then, with all of that going on, Zadie and Chamberlain have a plan to figure out who the Green Meanie is. Zadie says they need to set a trap and they will steal a piece of fabric from the Green Meanie's costume, take it to costume shops around the area, figure out who made the costume. So they set this trap. There's a bath with rose petals and floating red and green demon ducks, and the Green Meanie attacks, even though the costume for that Green Meanie, I swear, looked different than the other ones. Probably hallucinating, but I thought it looked different. But they fight, she gets a piece of the costume, she goes out looking to see who bought the costume, she finds a super, super creepy costume guy, super creepy. He leads her back to the wife, who, it makes sense. It really does. She confesses to Zadie that it was all her, but then she poisons Zadie's tea, which was all very Asylum. This entire Zadie thing wound up getting very Asylum. She gets drugged, she wakes up chained to a bed thing, but it's in a pit, the pit she was in before. It's very homage to season 1, but also definitely connected to Asylum. It's super Asylum-y. We also learned that the very first Green Meanie killer was actually the brother of the wife, and that she had asked him to do it. He killed people. The year after, he died, was killed by a roller derby team. I don't know. Yeah, apparently that happened. Then Wes and the Dean are attacked by a Green Meanie. The Green Meanie escapes. Yeah. I weirdly was is Grace a Green Meanie? Is Grace back too and we just don't see her? Who knows? So that happens. Then Chanel, with the help of Hester, throws a World War II themed dinner party for John Stamos' character, which, oh boy, just, I do. Anyway, World War II themed party. Costumes are cool. Set was cool. That's what we're gonna say. Then that show of affection actually helps the 2 of them, which is nice. They're committed to each other. But then he asks Dr. Dean Munch, whatever, if she wants to be his long-term lover. He wants to have an affair on the side all the time, forever. Okay. Then the Dean is totally cool with that. She's yeah, sure, fine. Back at Wes's place, I think it's Wes's new apartment, Chamberlain has, he asked the Chanels for help. They blocked Zadie's number. He hasn't been able to call her or contact her, but while he's doing some he's throwing the trash out, he finds the Bazour, which should not be in just general waste anyway. And then he goes through it and finds a hardware store receipt and a and a piece of fabric, and he goes to Wes's place and then is I found this stuff in your hairball, and we learned Grace is in a mental institution because season 1 drove her crazy. And Wes is here to get his revenge. And then he kills Chamberlain, which I'm very not okay with. And then he hears that Zayday knows that the sister, or not the sister, that the wife bought the costumes. Costumes 1 and 3. So there you go. Is Wes related? Are they related? Is that a thing? I don't know. At this point, I have no idea. Like, sure, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I was trying to guess. I was like, maybe Grace is the green meanie. I don't know. I go into Scream Queen so positive. I did. I went in positive. You have to give that to me. I went in positive. I tried to stay positive. I lulled. And then I like got back up with Halloween. And now we're slowly crashing back down. I can't. I liked the Lana Winters connection between Lana Winters and Zayday. I did. But like aspects of this episode. What? Why? He's not Captain America. Like, having them throw a World War II party makes them look exceptionally dumb. Like, super dumb. Like, can't read a history book. Dumb. Like, she just had to Google the word MASH. MASH. I don't know. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be positive. There's apparently going to be a Kill the Chanels meeting next episode, I think. I don't know. Like, I liked Chamberlain. I was getting to like Chamberlain, even though I totally forgot his name in earlier videos. I don't know why either, but I did. He was like the only sane person. Like, no, that's a terrible plan. We should do this instead. Or like, don't do that. That's not safe. But I don't know what is happening. Like, I feel old. Like, all of that made me feel old. And I'm not that old. Like, I mean, I'm older than Chanel's 24. I just turned 26. I feel like I should not feel this old. Like, I feel ancient after watching that. Like, I don't understand. I'm sure, like, I know the party was supposed to be funny, but every fiber of my being was like, why World War II? Why? I don't know. You're probably gonna watch this and be like, why? Why did you just complain about everything? And I tried not to. I like that Wes is back. I'm curious if that means Grace is back. And I did like what happened with Zayday in that scene because it was so similar to Asylum. But like, I like Dean Munch's lines most of the time. And there are aspects that I normally find entertaining. That party made me like, bleh. Like, that's my general reaction. Like, creepy costume guy was cool. Why didn't we get more creepy costume guy? I don't know. Is anyone else feeling it like, now? Is this just me? It's probably just me. Maybe I just need to, like, I'm gonna finish this season. I feel like I have to if there are only 2 episodes left. But I have like a malaise. It's malaise. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to feel right now. Like, I was pretty excited Wes was there, and then that party with the World War II theme just broke it. I was doing good. I don't know. Let me know what you thought in the comments or on Twitter. I'm at Kleffnotes. I'm sure you loved it. I feel like lots of people are like, yes, awesome episode. Woo! And I'm the biggest bummer recapper ever. Like, I don't know. I was excited. I don't know. But let me know. You can find me on my blog at kleffnotes.wordpress.com, or right for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com, or on their Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP, and they post recipes on the iZombie Support Group site, iZombieSupportGroup.com. Bye, Internet people.